this is a foundation or a higher GCSE maths topic. It appears on both. And this one was actually on the non-calculator paper. And I'm going to teach you a little hack for this. So complete the table of values for y equals x squared. Let me write it bigger. Y equals x squared minus 3x add 1. So we've got to draw this on the graph. But the first thing we're going to do is the table. Now, when I do this, I like to split it up. So I know that to get y, I need to do x squared. I also need to do minus 3 lots of x. And then I need to add on 1. But that's quite a lot to do in one go. So I like to split it up underneath. So first I'm going to get x squared, then I'm going to get minus 3 lots of x, and then I'm going to add on 1. And those three things combined, that's what's going to get me y. So let's start by getting x squared. X squared, when x is minus 1, means minus 1 times minus 1, which is 1. So I'm going to put 1 here, because a negative times a negative is a positive. Then I need to do minus 3 lots of minus 1 for this bit here. And minus 3 times minus 1 is positive 3. Then we're adding on 1 more. That's what our rule tells us to do. So altogether, that makes 5. We've got the next one, we've got the next one. Let's now do 2. So x squared is 2 squared, which is 4. Minus 3 lots of 2 is minus 6. And then we know we've got to add that 1. That's what the rule says. So 4 take away 6 is minus 2. Add 1 is minus 1 overall. When we add those three things together, we're going to get our value of y up there. Let's do the next one. 3 squared is 9. Minus 3 lots of 3 is minus 9. Then we've got to add on our 1. And altogether, those three things make 1. And then last but not least, 4 squared is 16. Minus 3 lots of 4 is minus 12. Add on an extra 1, we've got 5. You now have all of the coordinates that you need to plot this graph below. So let's start with minus 1, 5. That looks like that up there. And then we've got 0, 1, which is there. I move my head out of the way. We've then got 1 minus 1, which is down here. 2 minus 1, which is here. I really am in the way. All right, let me go this way. And then 3, 1, which is here, and 4, 5, which is here. You're just then going to join that up with a nice, smooth curve. And make sure that when you curve at the bottom, mine's not very accurate, make sure when you curve at the bottom that you get that nice, smooth curve. You're dipping below. I don't want to see any flat bottoms on your quadratic graph. That's going to go down and come back up. And that is how you would plot a quadratic graph.